Alright everybody, MTG Metalhead here from MTG Archives, just doing another playtest video. It's time to do something we haven't done in a while, which is a traditional Explorer event. We haven't done one of those in a little bit here because we've been mostly focusing on ladder play. And ladder play's fun and all, but I figured it'd be time to just, jump back in the saddle, see what we can do if we join an Explorer event. Before, we kept running into a lot of mirrors, which makes things a little awkward, so hopefully this time we won't. If you look at the deck, you'll see some changes that have been made since last time we spoke. If you take a look at the deck, in the main deck, I've cut one Up the Beanstalk and one Memory Deluge for 2 Impulse. The main reason for this is with the meta, the way it is, it's shaping up to be basically a lot of Rakdos decks, or Black X decks, as well as a lot of aggro decks. So mono green has been kind of on the decline. Now it still exists in the meta, but it's less prevalent. So we're not as worried about the mid-range fights as we are against those aggro fights. And so trimming on these cards, allowing us to play Impulse to try to dig for better answers, allows us to be just a little bit faster, which will make us have a little bit of a better edge against the aggro decks. And the sideboard, again, our main changes have been temporary lockdowns. We did cut the Pithing Needle as well as the Dream Trawler that was in the sideboard for 2 temporary lockdowns to be able to fight against the aggro matches a little better. And we cut the 4th Dovin's Veto for a 1 of change of the equation. The main reason being is because Dovin's Veto is good against a lot of things, but it doesn't counter creatures, and against the red-green aggro matches more specifically is the main reason I wanted this, because we've seen an uptick in that. We wanted to have a little bit better answer for it. It's something that serves a dual purpose. It's very good against mono-green Devotion, as well as being very good against red-green aggro or strategies like that. So we figured it would be a good replacement for the Dovin's Veto. The only thing that really makes this worse against is other control mirrors, but aside from that, that's not a huge deal. But that's the changes we made. Otherwise, we're going to jump into this traditional Explorer event and see what we can do. Alright, see you guys in the games. We're jumping in here to round 1 against Clyde 44. This hand's fine. I could use some lands, but hey, maybe that Impulse will help us dig for some land action there. We are against a black deck, so they're probably going to Thoughtseize us here. That, or we're going to see... Oh, well, nothing. Okay. Well, we'll gladly take 2 here so we can hold up the Impulse. Number 1, we have to find a land in general, but hopefully if we can specifically find a Lotus Field, that would be perfect. Yeah. So an Impulse. Not a Lotus Field, so we do have to take the only land we see. It's unfortunate, which we could have found the Lotus Field here. So because they have the Dream, actually, so we'll be on 4. That's gonna be some damages next turn. I think here we're actually gonna try to play Up the Beanstalk. So unfortunate, we didn't hit what we were looking for. We want to get that out of the way because it's doubtful we're gonna Doomscar next turn. It's only really bite us in the rear if they play a Shieldred here. If they play Shield, of course they do. They have to punish us, don't they? Well, that's actually good. So the big problem here is we're gonna have to draw a card off of this. So we'll exile a Teferi, and then exile the Shieldred. Do we exile that? No, we'll exile the Proctor, actually. Yeah, we have to exile the Proctor. Kind of sucks, but I mean, we have to do what we have to do. We gotta get rid of it. Yeah, that line was really only really bad if they had a Shieldred there. If they didn't have a Shieldred, it's not as bad. Okay, so they take the Doomscar, that sucks. Or they're taking the Discon? Okay. Interesting. That seems wrong to me, but okay. We have triple white, triple blue. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna we're really on the back foot, unfortunately, here. Shield would just be GG. It's not that far off from that. Okay. So here we 100% have to Teferi minus discard a card, which is what we gotta do.
I know my
Sucks, but we have to do it, yes. And we will discard up the beanstalk.
time is much more malleable.
Play an island and say go. I mean, now we're just dead. There's nothing we can do. Because if we draw, we die. Yeah, we're just dead. Why didn't they just play that to begin with? Okay. And we have nothing we can draw that can do anything that's going to handle that particular circumstance. Okay, so yeah. Lost that one. Pretty handily, unfortunately. Okay, so here we definitely cut one of these. We will cut this. We don't really want these in this particular matchup. We want all the answers to Shielder we can possibly ever have. This is probably our worst answer to Shielder, but it also answers a lot of the other things that they have in play. We have to cut 3 cards, though. What do we cut? One farewell. One march. One bean. Try like that. We just have so many things we really need against them. Like, we need to be able to fight their aggressive draw, so we need the life gain. I mean, we can't throw away a hand, especially it's got the combo, but also their Thoughtseize deck. Rule of thumb, unless you can't play Magic, you pretty much keep whatever hand you get against a deck that plays Thoughtseize. Because you just can't afford not to. Sure. Misery Shadow, we do not care about. Control. Thespian Stage. Or not Thespian Stage, sorry, Lotus Field. So we do the thing. Now they're gonna play, I'm assuming, a Fable. Fable makes sense. We draw that, which was super good. We'll do all modes. Just knock them back to the Stone Age. Sure. Now, as long as they don't have land plus... Don't have it. Okay, they didn't have that. Alright. That scares me a lot less. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and attack me. I'm cool with that. I'll just take it. Yep. Life is a resource. Because we have to get this deluge fired off here. Because it depends on what they cast, but more than likely that's what we're doing. Yeah, 100% are casting the deluge. So, discontinuity plus this. Okay. We'll just end our turn. Sure. Sure. Okay, the Emperor.
hope you're ready to lose.
We'll get rid of the Bone Crusher. Basically fog the turn. Okay, it's the same life total because we'll take the 2 from
I am
the
almost sad to see
Beautiful.
you go.
One hold up the Dovin's Veto. Okay, end of turn, we're going to copy our Lotus Field. If they want to make us sack our Walker, that's fine. Okay, that was pretty good. We'll play enough the Beanstalk. We'll plus with no targets. So it looks like we're probably going to be going to game 3.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Yeah, might as well. And then just pass our turn. You want to try to stomp the Wandering Emperor? No? Okay. Sure. So here we're just going to channel the land. Because that way we can still hold up the Dovin's Veto. That Shieldred. A non-token creature or a planeswalker. 3, 4, 5. Sure. Sure. Then we're going to exile her. She's a 5, right? So 3, 4. We'll have to wait till our turn to do it, but yeah, we'll just go to our turn. I guess we don't have to do that now. I'll just do this for white. We'll end our turn. Didn't expect that Shieldred, I must say. Sure. Okay, we'll just make a guy. No attacks in turn. Sure. Sure. We'll take 2. That one I think we will counterspell. Okay. I need to draw spells here, guys. 3, 4, 5, 6. I can go 3, 6, activate, attack. spell it. Oh my gosh, so apparently I'm not allowed to draw land, or apparently I am not allowed to draw spells. Okay. Sure, that one's fine. That one is also fine. That is also fine. That is what we were looking for.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Make a sack of walker. Oh, that kind of sucks, but sure.
Let me know if you're up for round 2.
That's fine. You give it a walk, I don't think it really matters. That actually seems like it's worse for you. So I'll draw 2 cards.
Hurry!
Okay. So we will 3, 4, 5, 6, just in case, play. We'll play this one on blue. Okay. Let's go to game 3. I figured they'd have something like the end, which is fine. The end doesn't bother me. If they want to get rid of my Teferi, that's fine. This hand's fine. Throw us away. Probably takes the bean. That makes the most sense. I'm going to play Onto Inversion. Go ahead. We'll gladly trade 2 resources for 2 of your resources. Okay, well, we will just do that and just keep on doing the thing. Ooh, so they didn't have anything there. So we're going to put this on blue. It's pass. It's fortunate we didn't have an answer to it, but you know. It is what it is. Sure. We have a Fable token. I'll cycle. Interesting. So if we do that, we go down 2 cards, but we go up a bunch of mana. What does that allow us to do? It doesn't really allow us to do a whole lot, does it? Does it? Not really. I will put this on blue. I had to think about it. Like, Getting down the Lotus Field with a discontinuity is good and all that, but the one trade-off to that is it puts me down a card, and also makes me basically skip my entire turn. They're on the back foot mana-wise, so I want to try to take advantage of that as much as possible by just going through the motion. So they're attacking, they want to get the mana. I will just let them do it. They can Blood Tithe Harvester, that's fine. Alright, now we're going to Deluge. Discontinuity. Hallowed Fountain. Okay. So this is where we're going to get into a little bit of a weird scenario. So this is going to seem super weird with what's about to happen, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. But they're on the back foot mana-wise. If they can't get a Thoughtseize effect, I think this will be worth it. So I'm going to actually hit Control. I'm going to play Lotus Field. I'm going to discontinuity the Lotus Field. And pass. Now the reason we do this, if they don't have a Thoughtseize effect here, next turn we get a Slam to Fairy uptick with discontinuity, which gives us the ability to do a lot of things. We have to be naked for one turn, basically, but if they can't take advantage of that too badly, then it's going to be ruined for us. Okay, if that's all they're doing, we're not that concerned with that. Sure. And they can post-combat play the Bone Crusher if they want. I say that plays really badly into Fable. Now, granted, they could have the one thing, 3, 4, 5, 3. So we'll go blue, white.
Trust me. You'll thank me, mate. Keep up the pace.
So far, they don't have that. So we'll have 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can afford to play a tap land. But if we have to counterspell, then we'll have 3, 4, 5. So yeah. And we'll do this on their upkeep. That's fine. On our opponent's upkeep. Discard. Shit, they had the end. That sucks, but I mean, it is what it is.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Sure. Resolve all. Resolve all. Again, resolve all. Well, that was a very good draw. Let's go ahead and do this. Blue, blue, white, white, so it doesn't really matter. Sure. That sucks quite badly. Oh, I think we have the Emperor.
Who started this fight? but I'm going to end it.
Sure. I'm not as concerned with that. So here... Cancel.
Keep watch for intruders.
So the sucky thing here is I don't think there's much we can do because we can go for the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But even if we do, that doesn't do anything. I think our best bet's just to do this.
We
and
must
say go.
protect the people.
Bone Crusher's good. No attacks. Get her out of here. Sure. Three, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now the only thing is,
We've got the edge in this fight.
okay. Now we have a counter spell. Sure, they can draw. They have 2 more looks if they need to. Well, 3 when you count their draw step. But we have 1 counter spell. That really sucks. But, I mean, it's what we gotta do. I mean, no. Okay.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
And they can crew. We'll just pass. Unfortunately, they just keep getting drawing cards, which really sucks for us, but there's really not much we can do about it. We did thankfully draw the Dovin's Veto, so we are going to be able to protect it, but... I'm not sure how much that'll matter. Nope. Okay, they cycle through both their bloods. That's a little annoying, but sure. Sure. They're just coming at me. You got it. Oh, that was good. Then what?
Let your blade do the talking.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. Well, we got our round one. That was kind of a nail biter there at the end, so I was so quiet, I was a little tense. Okay. Okay, let's get into round two. Right into it, okay. Against Quartz. It's an interesting name. They're going on the play. I don't like this hand. There's not enough lands in it. Well, this hand has enough lands. I'll put back one of the Lotus Fields. Keep 6. Get rid of a Lotus Field. I think we'll go turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. That's our plan currently. Well, depending on if we get Thoughtseize out of the game. Obviously, we don't know what our opponent's on. They're mulliganing down twice, and they're on the play, which puts them down 3 cards, so that's pretty good. And a blue land to start us off, okay. Island. 2 islands. Well, that's interesting. I think we'll go for another Beanstalk. If they want to counterspell it, sure, go ahead. I'm guessing this is some kind of mill deck. Nope, no mill. Okay, we'll do this. They did not have a counter. Okay. Well, we get to do the thing. Well, our opponents played islands for 3 turns and done nothing else. I'm very confused. Now they're missing a land drop. That's probably not good for them. I'll pay 2 life. I'll attack. Well, if my opponent ever lets me. Okay, and that's all we wrote there. Okay. What you got, opponent? No, still nothing. Okay. Well. Like, I'm interested to see what they're doing, but... Like, is this mill? I'm assuming it has to be mill. And I doubt this is a spirit draw, because spirits would not keep a hand like that. Well, that is just unfortunate for our opponent. We're not going to hold the disruption. We're going to hold the disruption rather because number one, we don't have a reason to play it, and number two, our opponent's behind mana. So if they have a 4-drop, just playing a 2, one of our lands to counter, it seems pretty good. 18 turn clock, boys. They still did not get a land. Okay. Well, we're going to go to attacks. We're going to attack. We're actually not going to play the Teferi, mostly because we don't want to draw too many cards, but also because if they have like a 2-mana counterspell, then it makes it a bit awkward. If they have a 3-mana counterspell, it's obviously really great with the Dry Disruption, but poem on creatures, permanents, no.
No time for a break.
3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, our opponent is just not doing anything. Oh, I'm sorry, opponent. That sucks.
We need to move
I'm playing against somebody who's kind of new to this stuff, is what it looks like. Okay. Sorry, opponent. This seems bad for them. Not exactly sure what they're doing. You know, I'm gonna try to give them a fighting chance. I'm not even gonna sideboard. We're just gonna keep things as is. Because this opponent needs some help. Because they're playing kind of a more casual deck. Or playing an actual deck. This hand is kind of atrocious. We go first. Yeah, we're mulligan that. I guess we'll keep that one. Put this here, planes back. They're letting us go first. Interesting. Okay. It's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Ooh, a swamp. Well, we are just going to play this and say go. So our opponent was not just mono blue. You got there. Okay. Well, we're almost all mono 6 drops here, so... Oh, they're the pre-con deck, aren't they? Well, that's kind of awful for them. So they are just the pre-con deck. I mean, they have a chance if we never draw lands. Theoretically possible. See, one thing I do not understand is how we end up playing against so many casual players in these Explorer events. You would think that the Explorer events is where you would see a lot of the higher tiered play, but apparently just no. I don't understand that either. I would say that card's actually kind of dangerous. I think we're 100% blocking here and hoping to top deck land. Sure. I mean, you got it, buddy. Well, we're going to draw land. Well, we didn't draw land, but it's got ward. That I have to discard a card? Sure. What would discard? Now we'll say tell that thing to get the hell out of here. Yeah, I better draw a land here. Our opponent's gonna get a game off, that's for sure. That is not a land. Good game. Fair enough. Okay, could not draw the land there. They are black and blue. And really the only thing we care about is their black cards. We just want to wrath them? Sure. Okay. Because it seems like it's their black cards that are scary. Sure. That hand is god-awful, but we're keeping it. Well, that was a very good draw. And kind of, still gotta find stuff to do with it, but it was a good draw. Do you have a kill spell for it? If you have a kill spell for it, go for it. We're fine with that. We gotta back up. Be alright. Nope, no kill spell. Would you like to respond to my strict doctor trigger? Nope. We'll foretell. Like, the idea of their deck is kind of sweet. You know, put a bunch of +1/+1 counters on that one guy. Make you sack a bunch of things. In theory, that's pretty cool. Alright, what you got for me, opponent? Okay, what you got for me? You You are also foretelling a card. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to play a Thespian stage. We're just going to attack. Sure. Okay. We're going to scratch you. We'll just end. Okay. Okay. Hoping to have a counterspell for this, and we look like we're brilliant with that being on top. Okay. That's fine. See? Brilliant. Okay. We got a card out of their hand. They are playing counterspells. Sure. You got it.
The energy of battle. Keep watch for intruders. May your blade strike true.
You have a wrath against me? Okay, buddy. It's an interesting inclusion to keep in your deck. Okay. You certainly got it.
Remember your training.
Oh, this is turning out to be a longer game than I expected it to be. You got it. Where are my Teferis? I don't think I need any more removal. Yes, I apparently do.
Keep watch for intruders.
Okay. Okay. Help.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Okay. Come on, opponent. What you going to do? That's going to be a big no for me, dog.
We must protect the people.
Opponent. That's fine. Trying to hottie Jin up in here. Sure. You got it. Okay.
If you show remorse, no time for a break.
them how we greet our enemies.
Would you like to block? It's free for me either way. Hit it and block. I'm not theirs. Oh no, mine. Sure.
Reverse.
Let your blade do the talking.
Okay. Let's see that first.
Hurry.
Guess that works.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Got a removal spell.
No time for a break.
Keep watch for intruders.
Game. Well, see what we can do against round 3. Don't get me wrong, I like winning, but... And our opponent's deck was neat. But it was more of a casual deck. And I just... What I was trying to say earlier, I apologize, was that I don't understand how we keep running into so many casual decks in here. Just like... And I've said this before on my other videos, but how is it that there's so many casual decks in what seems to be a very obviously competitive themed event? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, who's going to try to grind things on here to get those points, especially with those, play invite points at the end? Who's going to try to grind that if they don't have, like, at least a tiered deck or a decent deck to play in Explorer/Pioneer? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it's been a common thread that we've just run into at least once or twice out of almost pretty much every Explorer event that we played in. It's happened. The only thing I can think of is if new players, and this is no shade at new players, like, there's nothing wrong with being a new player. Everybody's new at something, but just they should not be playing in these events. It's 8 Buffalo. I mean, sure. Not sure what this hand does yet, but, Well, if we can ever get a mana acceleration, we've got a pretty great hand against them, because they're definitely some sort of adventure deck. And that was a good start for them. Okay, so we want another white source playing up the beanstalk. Oh, that's good. That's an answer to the Lucky Clover. Well, okay, so they can double Lucky Clover. They're stuck on lands. Blue. Let's just do it again. Whenever you guys have yourself a copy it. So yeah, we're gonna remove one of those. That just seems a little too good. Getting double copies of spells, I don't like that idea. No. Don't like them getting one copy either, but like, I can't do anything about the first. Yeah, that card specifically, that is just pretty disgusting. I'm not sure what that does. It doesn't do anything against what they're doing. I guess I'll play an up the beanstalk. Play Aspara's headquarters, and that's all she wrote. Now they're going to do the bounce, getting the bounce of both the all ingredient. That's actually quite good. That was a bit unfortunate. Okay, so guess just pass our turn for now. That's what they try to do. So we will discontinuity that. They're really not going to leave my next turn. Okay, well. Sorry, opponent. Artifacts, creatures, graveyards. Discard a card, discard Hallowed Fountain. Return to That's actually kind of nifty. They can get around our exile abilities. Okay. Don't want to click anything. So what does that thing do? It's 5 mana, which they do not have currently. Okay. Thinking. that. I actually don't want to play either of these lands, but I gotta play one. We'll just pass. Cool. Channel. Didn't expect them to hard cast that, but sure, thanks. Sure. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we'll play up the beanstalk. Sure. I want to discard Dwarf Disruption, sure. Okay. So what are we gonna do here? 5, 6, 7. 1 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to discard. I mean, I'm sorry, opponent. I know this sucks. We'll just pass. No reason to do anything right now. We will go. Sure. Two. So first let's go ahead and do this. I don't care about you getting a Great Revolver, bro. Not even a little bit. Game's over, bro. I mean, I get that you got made a low life total and all that, but that doesn't really matter ultimately. Sure. Sure. Changes literally nothing, my dude. I needed the fairy is what I need. I don't want that.
I'm known for my excellent. Hold that thought.
Okay. Sure. I'm not sure it matters, my guy. Got it. You got it. I got 21. You have what, 3 cards? Not worried about decking just yet.
I know what must be done. Hurry!
Discard 2 cards. Okay. Okay, I was about to say, buddy, just concede. Okay, so we're going against Adventure Deck. There's going to be a lot of dual cards that he plays, so I think, honestly, our best bet is just to basically play the counter game against him. So if we're playing the counter game against him, but we actually do need the creature removal, too, is the problem. So we don't need those two, that's for sure. Maybe these are a little too cute. We definitely don't need all the up to beanstalks. Or maybe we need the up to beanstalks, we just don't need all the deluge. So we'll cut the deluge. We'll cut 1 farewell. No, we want the farewell. We'll cut 1 doomscar. Norris's reversal is a little too cute, and then we'll cut 1 of the vetoes. Yeah, I think that's fine. Sure. I think we'll go this turn 1, turn 2. Mulligan quite a bit there. Doesn't seem very good for them. We need, I guess, a blue or black, so that does not do anything to what we're about to do. That right now. So I think our best bet is to foretell this and play a land on blue. That leads me to believe they're going to have a counterspell of some kind. Now, what that counterspell is, I do not know. Could just be a normal counterspell, to be honest with you. What is pass? We'll try to go for end of turn Wandering Emperor, and if they try to do anything about it, we'll Doomscar on the next turn. Sure.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. This is what you get for hurting my people.
Now here, I think I go for this because I don't think they have an answer to it. Then I think I just go Lotus Field. Plus 0 targets.
Show them
Shields are
how
down for a
we
turn.
greet our enemies.
Here we will play in Up the Beanstalk. It's not a land. I think we'll hold off. We want to just hold up interaction.
We must protect the people.
Because they have that thing that allows them to like try to draw like 7 cards. Yeah, that's cool. Sure. We don't really care about him.
I guess that's that.
We gotta hope to God they don't have a counterspell, I guess. Is that what we do? I mean, we're still way ahead. We don't really care. So I think we're actually going to hit control. We're going to go ahead and play a Lotus Field and Discontinuity. Because if they have interaction for it, we'd rather they get them out of their hand now. Resolve Autopay? See, really glad we didn't try to go for it. They did have the counterspell. I was afraid of that happening at some point. That actually is pretty disgusting. It's unfortunate, but it's not that bad for us overall. Okay, so because they don't have any counter spells, we're just going to discontinuity them on their upkeep, I think. Oh, we don't have a discontinuity. We do not. What are we going to do then? I think our goal is up the beanstalk. To fairy. And then we will...
Isn't a fight.
I don't think I need that right now. Yeah, we will pay 2. Then we will plus.
Keep up the pace.
That figures. Then we want to at our end of turn. In case we need to untap land. We're gonna let them get away with this if that's what they want to do.
Time for plan B. As soon as I think of one.
Because they have a stomp, we have... We stop their stomp. They have no lands. We're just gonna cast that, that's fine. Well, that's not good for you, my guy.
No time for a break.
Exile all creatures in graveyards. Okay, play a strict proctor. That. Untap this and this. So our opponent is in a weird predicament. Exile top 2 card. Yeah, sure, you got it. Don't care about that at all. Impulse draw. Impulse draw away. Yep, you can have your questing druid. You just want to bounce it? Sure. Sure. Not exactly sure what good that did, but you got it. Guy's just trying to get all the value out he can. So that one I think we have to discontinuity for, because that thing is real bad if that lands. We don't want them doubling up on any of their spells. Sure.
That was uncalled for. No time for a break.
Not flying, right? Okay. Sure.
I hope you're ready.
Figured they concede to that. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, buddy. That's gonna be a no from me. Interesting. Well, 3-0 so far. 2 games left remaining. See if we can 5-0 this thing. Alright, round number 4 against Raiden. I like his person there. We'll keep that as long as we can hope that our opponent's not playing a Thoughtseize deck. We will just play the tapped. Well, they're playing a Thoughtseize deck. That is not a Thoughtseize deck. Huh. We kind of have to play this. That was good. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting match. Depends on what they do here, I suppose. Okay. I'm gonna block here. So we did not draw that. Let me see what this is. So what if we do this? They don't have a protection spell. If they do have a protection spell, it's gonna be bad, but if we do not, because that does get around their shenanigans. We'll draw a card.
Hurry.
We'll go ahead and impulse. We'll take just this tap land, I think. No reason not to go ahead and impulse again here because we're going to be untapping both our lands anyway. I think I'll take a backup farewell. Probably should have just foretold that. I wasn't thinking about it though. Yeah, our opponent's in a lot of trouble. We have double discontinuity, double farewell, Doomscar, literally their exact nightmare. Like, this is game over. I wish I could show them my hand, that way we could just, you know, prove to them that the game is over, but the game is very much over. We'll play Proctor. We'll tell. Because it just doesn't matter. Sure, have another one. Sure.
You know what? I'm not done.
Sure, you have some flash equipment. Sure. Sorry, buddy. This is not the matchup for you. Okay, you have a cave dragon. Okay. I think I'll go pass, walk here.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it. I am almost sad to see you go.
Sorry, bud. Not
Let's
going
skip
to
the
happen.
good part.
Remember your training.
Like, there's just straight nothing you can do, my dude. Sure. 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 Don't really have anything else I can do so end a turn, do I? Nope. My brosif.
We need to move quickly.
We've got the edge in this fight.
My guy, it is time to call it. Thank you, lose, man. There we go. Thank you. Okay. So, this seems pretty good against them. This is good against, like, one thing exactly in their deck. The one, like, little Eidolon guy, but other than that, it's not very good. So I don't think there's much there we want to bring in. We could try to phase the creature out in response to an equipment if we really want to. Maybe that is good enough since we're just battling their dudes. Don't really care about impulse. We don't need to draw that many cards. Don't really know much what else we could want. Everything in our deck is just fine. Maybe trim a bean and go that way. Our deck's just really well suited against what they have. The reason we bring in the Divine Smites, which by the way, after Ixalan comes out, will be the Get Lost cards, but is just because even if it just phases a creature out instead of actually removes them, it does counter their enchantment. So if they're trying to enchant it and we phase them out, then boom, they don't have a target anymore. This hand has double removal spells and a strict proctor. I think we're going to keep that. We'd like more lands, but don't think we can complain too much about having double removal spell against a enchantment deck. Or enchantress deck. It's not really enchantress, more boggles, but you know, whatever. That was a very good draw with Mr. Proctor if we can get there. As long as they don't have Thoughtseize. And that thing is just when it dies. So we'll play this. I haven't got anything. We're not going to play our Strict Proctor into that. And we will respond to Fateful Absence it. Just kind of the cartouche. Play a Strict Proctor. Play a Lotus Field. And our opponent's on 1 mana. So, liking our chances here. They just concede. Yeah, that's fair. They kept a 1-lander. They did mulligan down, so it's kind of unlucky for them. And it's a bad matchup for them, so. 4-0 so far. 1 more game to play. All the marbles. Either we 5-0 it or we 4-1 it, but we'll know very soon. Alright, against Laham Hortha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I have no idea what's going on. This hand is kind of atrocious. It was all... Okay, well we're hitting that part of the game, I see. Well, we'll put back that and hope we can get there. Wow. That was straight awful. Of course, Spirits. One of our literal worst matchups. I hate it, but I think we have to do it. It sucks because we're not going to get the Lotus Field, but we have to keep them off threats. Them being kept off threats is better than, you know, them not being kept off threats. That was such a good draw. That was such a good draw. Oh, that was such a good draw, guys. Oh, wow. That is really good against them. That is really good. Okay. The thing is, I think their counter spells cost 1 mana if you control Spirit 4 or greater. Oh, yeah, I think I got it. And they're probably going to counter it, but I think we got to try to slam it. Oh! We got it. Okay. Well, that was a unexpected game 1. So, believe it or not, that card's actually pretty good against them. The phasing out one, not so much. Yeah, we don't want the Deluge. Only 1 down on that. And I think 1 down. No, we want the Bean. No, we don't want the Bean. I think we just take out a lot of the draw stuff. Then we're just a lot of threats. So we'll see. We got super lucky. We stole that game. Let's be really honest. We mulled the 5 and got super lucky. So we totally stole that game. This is one of our absolute worst matchups. Like, absolute hands down worst matchups we have. Well, luckily for them, they're going to get a threat down. Let's hope they don't have the enchantment to go with it. They do. That's unfortunate for us. That land is also kind of unfortunate for us to draw right now. Nothing we can do. It's gotta pass. Now they've drawn out of their mulligan. Of course, then we get that land. Yeah, nothing we can do. Unless they just have no gas whatsoever, which is pretty much impossible considering the fact that they've drawn 1,000,000 cards. I mean... So I think my plan here is to do this for 1. Submit that to Fairy. Just gotta hope that they don't have a counterspell. Highly unlikely, I know, but I mean, it's what we got. It's what we got to work with, guys. All but they can play it for. Yep, okay, they got us. Unfortunate. Yeah, our hand, unfortunately, didn't end up lining up real well against that. Oh, man. Yeah, we got a mulligan this. This one we can keep, but it's still not. Ugh. They're playing with this country. That's hilarious. We do that now because they're tapped out and they can't protect it. That doesn't do it. Sure. Yeah, no, we're 100% blocking there. No way we are not. I think we gotta try to do this. You have the counterspell, you have the counterspell. You have the counterspell. No blocks. We gotta let him have a card. Ooh, that was pretty good. So I think our plan here is to block. They can have the Geistlight Snare, but it makes us pay 4.
Let's slow this down.
No time for a break.
Depends on where they send everything. I'll gladly take 6, my friend.
Hold that thought.
Four, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. sure. That's at me. It's at me. They can buff it by one, maybe. Oh, got him! The 5-0, baby. Sorry I got really quiet there. That was kind of intense. Whew. 5-0. And against Spirits there at the end, too. Okay. Let's see what we got in our prize packs here. Traverse. That. Okay, let's talk about everything, guys. Okay, let's do a quick wrap up here. Yeah, 5-0. The deck is really, really good. I mean, one of those matches was more or less a buy, if you think about it, because that was not really a tiered deck. But as we talked about before, pretty much anytime you go into an entry into one of these things, you've got to understand and respect the fact that you could be playing against non-tier decks sometimes, but that's okay, just for fun. I mean, this also gets us a lot of gems, so anybody out here is grinding for gems and gold and stuff, hey, this is a good way to do it. You know, grind for points with this deck. What do I think overall? I think the deck did exactly what it was supposed to do, pretty much in every single match and every single time we played it. That I think it's funny that Change the Equation came in clutch there at the end against that slip out the back. They thought they had me, and honestly, I thought they had me too. I was like, oh no. Then I was like, oh wait, I've changed the equation. I was like, okay, let's go and counter this, and then if they don't have anything else, yeah, they're pretty done for. And they made a really bad attack. If they're gonna make that attack, they should have attacked with everybody. Honestly, is what they should have done. And then I would have taken a lot more damage. But that is not what they did. I guess they got tilted off of the change the equation because, like, really, who boards that in against this deck? But, you know, it's actually pretty good because most of their counter spells, most of their interaction had 1 or 2 mana, so it's going to get most of their things a lot of the time. It can counter a creature or a pump spell. But either way, match deck did really good. You know, I can't believe we came out on top against Spirits, but you know, sometimes that just happens. If you draw your Baneslayer and your Lyra, and you landed to Fairy, you know, that early Strict Proctor just held us down for so long. But otherwise, guys, I really like the deck. I think I like the way it's going, and hope you guys enjoyed our Arena Meta Slayer here in Explorer. And until next time, see ya.